Hi, this is Anthony. Welcome back to my show. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock analyst. Just somebody that's been interested in the stock market since it crashed in 1987 and likes to look at stocks on the internet on my YouTube channel here. Of course, do your own research, and I'm going to remind you that later on. Semtech has been in the news lately. It was up 23 cents today. Market closed about an hour ago. Up 23% over the past 5 trading days. Very respectable. 1 month up 24%. 6 months up a great 105%. Year to date, still a respectable 15%, but you see the high was over $77. Over the course of a couple months, it dropped down to $24. Of course, that's the time to buy it in hindsight. 1 year up great 70%, but again, that's if you bought it 1 year ago, 52 weeks ago. 5 years, it's only up 37.4%. Over the course of 5 years, that's not very good. An S&P 500 or NASDAQ 100, I'm suspecting without looking at those numbers right now, probably did better than 37% over the course of 5 years. That's total return, not annualized. And then max, if you would have bought it way back in 1985, which you probably didn't, you'd be up over 16,000%. Pretty good, but let's look at this long-term chart. Remember, charts are telling us what happened in the past, not necessarily what's going to happen in the future, but you can learn some things from the past. That's why we study history, or at least that's the point of studying history to some degree. Back in 2001, when all the high-tech stocks were up, and then it crashed. So it went from 52 roughly down to $9 roughly. And then you have this period here where it's pretty much sideways. I mean, obviously, if you bought it here, you could have sold it at a profit, but fairly sideways to this period. Now it's starting to take off, and but you get some big spikes and then drops, big spikes and then really big drops, big spikes, drops. Are we at another big spike, or will it drop? Could it drop tomorrow? Drop next week? Yeah, it could keep on going before it drops. I suspect that it's not going to be going up forever at this point. I think that there's probably going to be some more drops. If you look over here at the financials, the last quarter that they have, July 2025, lost some money. I'm going to put this information in the show notes, so be sure to check those out. But according to GAAP accounting, they had a net loss for fiscal year 2024. Remember, fiscal years and actual current calendar years are not always matched up, so you need to be aware of what they're actually talking about. There's more information here. I'm not going to read it all. It'll be in the show notes. This is not something that I'm necessarily interested in. I think that there are far better companies that are making money, making profits consistently, that have a better chance at long-term money-making possibilities for myself. Again, I'm not a financial advisor or a stock advisor, and I think that most people should have most of their money in well-diversified mutual funds with a long-term time horizon. But sometimes it's fun to have a little extra money that is in your account that you use for either speculations on penny stocks or other stocks that have some momentum, or just putting them into specific companies such as NVIDIA. So I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, please hit like, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I always read them and I respond to them eventually, although it sometimes takes me a while. Do you own any Semtech? Have you even heard of it? It's been around a long time, but it's not really a household name like NVIDIA or Microsoft or even Palantir now. So I'll end here. Check out my other videos. I look at a lot of stocks and I enjoy hearing from people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.